out there getting delivered to that little ass airport. Chicken tenders. Three finger combo. If they have Chick-fil-A. What? Three finger on the plane? Yep. Yeah, I don't know if they have a 4-1. Oh, they do?
Come on, dude. Sorry.
All right, hello and welcome to the post-race press. Hello and welcome to the post-race press conference for the L Fuels and Lubricants Unadilla National. I'm Michael Antonovich, and I'll host today's conversation with the frontrunners at round 10 of the Pro Motocross Championship. The 250 class will join us first today with Team Honda HRC's Joe Shimoda claiming the overall win with 1-1 results. Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing's Hayden Deegan finishing second by going 2-3, and Red Bull KTM rider Tom Bial completing the podium with 4-2 scores. As always, please state your name and affiliation when we pass the microphone around, and I'll open the discussion with this. Joe, a commanding effort today from the way you made passes early to stretching out a double-digit lead at some points in time. What was it about today that made that possible?
Just kind of, the track was really, they watered a lot, right? And it was really slick. And just making plans, right before the moto where I want to go. And yeah, just try to make a quick decision. And today worked out. So it's good.
Hayden, for you, the option for the title was looming over the weekend all day. And coming into it, what was your mindset? When things started to go amiss, how did you stay focused and know you still have next weekend to clinch it?
Yeah, I mean, winning a title early is cool and all, but it don't really mean much to me. So today, I just feel like from the start today, I struggled. Even though I rode pretty good here last year, I've always felt really uncomfortable at this track, and it's something I got to figure out. And today it was even worse because they just flooded it so bad before our motos. So I feel like for what I was dealt with and how I feel here, I did pretty good, but Joe was just on another level.
Okay, for all three of you, before we pass the mic around, now that you've talked about them watering the track before your motos, it's been extremely dry here. I'm sure you guys saw how dusty it was at certain points, and then a super rock-hard base. What was this Unadilla like compared to past ones, starting with Joe, then Hayden, and then Tom?
What was what?
What was this Unadilla like compared to past ones? Just so dry, rocky, hard pack?
I don't know what they're trying to do, right? Like maybe maybe the purpose is to slow everybody down, but I would say watering the track is good, but some areas I think it's a little bit dangerous, especially today. It's just being super dry. Compared to the past Unadilla was super rutted. That's fine, but today was really slick, and I don't know, some part of the track I felt kind of scared, to be honest. Yeah.
Jeff Beaver with Whiskey Throttle Media. This one's for Joe. You've historically done very, very well at this track. What is it about it that suits your style?
I don't know. Last year I ended up in hospital. But, yeah, I mean, the technical it works better for me. So.
Andrea Ruggiero, Moto Now. Tom, it's been floating around that you're going to MXGP next season. Have you decided what your plans are for next year, and is it a difficult decision to make?
Yeah, everything is already decided, but obviously I can't talk about it right now.
For Tom, sticking with Tom, some really strong runs here the last couple of rounds. How does that set you up for the Super Motocross Championship coming up in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean the goal is always to finish the outdoor season pretty strong to get ready for the SMX. It's only a 3 races championship, so you need to be there from the first till the last race, and it's going pretty quick, those races. So I feel pretty good right now. We actually have some issue with the shock on the bike, and first moto, the past 2 weekends I've got some trouble with the shock, so I can't really finish the moto strong, and always we figure it out and change the shock for the second moto, which helped me a lot to ride a lot faster, and like we were last week, and again today, second moto, the speed was a lot better. So hopefully we can figure this out with the team for next weekend, and obviously for the SMX.
Mitch with Racer X. This one's for Hayden. I think in qualifying the first session, it just looked like you couldn't get a great lap in, and you mentioned just not feeling comfortable right away. What changes did you make to your, bike? What changes did you make? You just looked more comfortable throughout the motos.
Yeah, I kind of biffed it on the first lap of qualifying. I didn't notice like a rut going up the lips, so my bars were bent, and then I just tried to put some laps together, but I just couldn't really find my flow. And then second qualifying session was a whole lot better. Gave me a little more confidence towards the day, but yeah, after I biffed it on the first lap, my bars were pretty tweaked.
Jeff with Whiskey Throttle. This is for Hayden. Hey, just kind of touching on what you said about kind of not being very comfortable at this track and having some issues. I was thinking about what Tomac said, that he's never won an overall here, and you're like a younger version of Eli in a lot of people's minds. Your riding style just very aggressive. Do you kind of go look at bike setup with Eli and the team and yourself and kind of figure out some things maybe that you guys can tweak for next year coming into Unadilla, or looking at what Eli's done in the past?
I'm sure when I go to 450, they're going to have a lot of good stuff to try, and I mean, they've had trial and error over there, but we're two complete different riders. I feel like I'm more hang off the edge of the bike loose, and Tomac's pretty stiff. So we're a little different in that aspect, but we definitely both like to send it. So he prefers a setup that really no one runs. It's kind of weird. So I'm not really a fan of it, but I mean, you can get intel from everybody.
Hey, Tom, with all due respect of what your future holds, I'd like to talk about your 250 career right now, because we're in the last two motos of it and then the SMX rounds. As a two-time Supercross champion, two-time MXGP, MX2 champion, what's it like to be coming to the end of your small bike career, and how have you really thought about it in these last little bits, knowing you're really going to get to bring that bike out only a few more times?
Yeah, we're getting right there. Only a couple more races. No, obviously, everything I did coming here to the US, my goal was to win a Supercross title, obviously once, and we did it twice, so that wasn't expected. But yeah, the only one that I'm pretty frustrated is the outdoor. I couldn't really put everything together those last two seasons, and just keeping on making some small mistake and trying to push a bit too hard, trying to follow Aiden, and a couple times I was trying to push it too hard and then crash, and then didn't finish some moto, and then yeah, I finished second last year of the championship, but yeah, this year trying again a little too hard at the beginning and then some crash, but yeah, we're getting back there, and hopefully we can fight for the SMX title.
Okay, Hayden, similar thing for you. Now that we know that your 450 career is coming up pretty soon next summer, and that you've done a couple outdoor motos on the tracks down there, what's it like to get on the big bike, and then when you drop down to the little bike, how do you translate?
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't realize how fast that 450 was. I was blown away, like how much faster you could go on a 450. I mean, it's kind of really like endless power. So I was pretty stoked when I figured that out, because I'd never really ridden a built-out 450. About a year ago, we rode some stock 450, stock suspension, so it was nothing like the race bike that I was able to ride. And it's just a whole different dog, pretty much.
Joe, for you, with both of these guys leading, and there's the gradual changes that happen in the 250 class, and you cementing your future in one way or another, what do you look towards for 2026 already? Just planning on how things are going to go, seeing the progress that you've made in the last few weeks, and turning your mind to that?
I think in Supercross, I need to step up my game a little bit. But I mean, outdoor now, I feel very comfortable with motorcycle, and the consistency, right? Like that's the part I was looking for. Not a top 5 consistency, more like top 3 consistency. I just need to bring this to next year, and yeah, I mean, I just have to fight for it, right? Yeah.
All right, this is for Hayden. Kind of want to touch on what Michael asked Tom. Your 250 motocross career is pretty much wrapping up this next coming weekend, and it's all come so fast. Has it really set in, and what do you think about just that chapter of your career already checking that box and being done?
Yeah, it's definitely wild, because this outdoor title, if I win it, it'd be my 5th 250 title, and I mean, there's some guys in this class that will never win a 250 title. So it's like, it kind of feels natural because I started winning so young, and I've kind of won throughout my whole career. So it doesn't seem like weird at all, but it is like if you sit back and think about it, it is pretty wild what I've accomplished in such a short amount of time. And I think a lot of it to do is, I mean, you could be born with the gnarly amount of skill and talent, but it really comes down to hard work, and I've worked hard enough to put myself in position to be literally, I haven't had a finish worse than second besides when I messed up at Redbud, but we'll throw that one out the window. But just the consistency, and that just comes from hard work and really being mentally strong. I've really figured out how to turn my mind on and off when I want to. Like today, I mean, I wasn't really feeling comfortable on the track, and you can win the championship today, but now we need to be smart because we don't want to throw it away. So I figured out how to win these championships just off my mind and hard work.
Hey, Mitch again for the Racer X. We'll go to Joe for this one. This is the track usually riders turn pro at after Loretta Lynn's. This was the track I think you first raced pro at. This is your second overall win here. I guess how cool is it to come to the track that you turned pro at and have another win? And do you kind of think about that things as you're going out, like, you know, progressing throughout your year? Do you think about results prior to a track like that?
Yeah, it's funny because for this round, my dad came for this round today, and we were just talking on the way here. About 4 or 5 years ago, I turned pro here for my first race. It ended really bad, and how much we improved. Now it's like it's uncomparable, you know. So we're getting there, but honestly, like it's not really like I don't know. For me, my goal is to win a title. So winning overall in motos are cool, but at this point, like I have a goal set, so I'm trying to reach that.
And you mentioned your dad. Did you give your dad the podium champagne afterwards?
Yes, I gave it to him to drink it, but he started spraying people. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
Nice.
Matt Burkeen here with Matt Burkeen Media. This one's for Joe. Joe, having a suspension tech that was a former pro like Brandon Scher, how beneficial do you think that actually is? Because, obviously all the top guys, they know the technology, but Brandon's been there, he's battle tested it. Do you feel like that's something that is a positive for you in your corner?
Well, today, I actually had a new shock today. Been having a little bit of trouble at the end of the moto, just the character change it a little bit, and that was solved. So today I feel like both motos I was riding good till the end, so massive improvement, and whatever he did in the shock, it was really nice.
Dan Beaver, NBC Sports for Hayden. What does this coming week look like for you? Are you going to be practicing Super Motocross? Looks like you only have to finish about 15th in one of the motos, so that's going to be pretty chill next week.
Fly home, hopefully in time to make it to the club. No, I'm just playing. No, we gotta stay locked in. We got 4 more races left, so this week we're gonna go on to some SMX. So I've done too many laps on outdoors. I'm about over it, so I'm ready to get on some SMX and switch it up a little. But obviously you gotta be smart this week because we could wrap it up next week. So we'll have some fun this week though.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 250 podium for the Unadilla National. Joe Shimoda, Hayden Deegan, and Tom Vial. Welcome back to the post-race press conference at the Unadilla National. Now joining us will be the 450 class. Jet Lawrence claimed his second Premier Class outdoor title with 1-1 finishes. Team Honda HRC teammate Hunter Lawrence went 2-2 for second overall. And Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha's Eli Tomac raced to 3-3 scores for third. All right, starting with you, Jet. The last 8 months have been a massive challenge, and looking back to the emotion you showed after winning at Paula to now, we can definitely tell that you went to work. Now that the title is in hand, what was the defining moment of the summer? Was it something that happened on the track, or was it something away from here that we'd never see?
I think the biggest one is round 1, just the lead up into it, the kind of going through my knee, and just like obviously other people have dealt with knee problems. It was my first one, so obviously your mental straight away goes to, oh my gosh, it's like this is horrible. Originally, I got told 4 months, so it was like I wasn't making the first round at all. So to make it back for it, I was already stoked, and to go and win, I think that was one of my best races. I feel like personally of the emotion put into it and the lead up to it. So I'd say that's probably my favorite one, just because of the unknown I had, and just to be able to race that first round with getting told at first 4 months is my recovery time. So I think that one's my favorite.
Congratulations again, bud.
Thank
Eli,
you.
for you, I couldn't take my eyes off of you in the second moto because you just unleashed some kind of wild charge. To hear you everywhere, the battle with J. Coop, making passes, how did that feel in the moment? What was the breakthrough, and then how did the day overall go?
Yeah, I knew it was critical to get RJ and J. Coop, honestly. So, yeah, it was tough. Like, I was behind him for, I don't know, quite a few laps there. And I didn't catch him right away. And then somewhere around halfway, all of a sudden, I got to him. So that was really nice. And then I was just kind of in my own race, just trying to stay in a good flow. These two guys, I just couldn't get to them. But overall, on the day, this place has been really rough for me. So I was somewhat happy. I don't want to say like happy with third, but I mean, Unadilla has been tough for me. So it was like a day that I felt pretty comfortable on the bike here. So it was nice.
Andrea Ruggiero, Moto Now. Eli, last full season for you in motocross was 2022. How do you feel like the pace has changed since then, and do you feel like you're as fast as you were back then?
I hope I'm as fast as I was, and of course there's new talent in the field, and it's always evolving. So yeah, it's been a few years since I've been here, but I definitely still remember it. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 years. So like I said, it's always evolving. The level's like always getting raised, so always trying to improve and better yourself.
Mitch Kendra with Racer X. Let's stick with Eli for this one. This is your first full championship. You're healthy, and you're racing Jet, who's healthy. What was that experience like? Walk us through battling with him, and just what was it like? You guys going head to head all summer?
Well, for me, it's not fun because I've been getting beat by a lot, beat by him so much. So right now, just got to try to be better everywhere, I guess. Yeah, it's just. He's the man right now.
It was cool to see you congratulate him afterwards. Multi-time champion to multi-time champion. So well done.
Yeah, I mean, just like how you guys were talking about earlier, coming back from a knee injury at 4 months is incredible. Incredible.
Dan Beaver, NBC Sports for Jet. What does this next upcoming week look like for you? Having clinched the title, you get a chance to change your focus to Super Motocross, or is it really important to keep that momentum up and go 1-1 next week?
It might sound crazy, but I'm probably going to go back and do the exact same what I did this week and go ride my bike again. It's great, obviously, wrapping it up around earlier, but then it's like you don't fully get to enjoy it because you go and race in the next weekend. So we'll go back. I might do a little bit of SMX, not sure. We'll see if the rain holds out on us in Florida. But, just going through the same thing and go into the last round at Budds Creek. Just the same mentality. Obviously, trying not to do anything silly because we have SMX. And kind of after Budds Creek, then switching my mindset over to SMX and then trying to make sure I put in 3 good rounds there.
And for Hunter, 2-2, another week. Been so strong, surging kind of at the right time. Is that going to how are you looking for that momentum to carry over into the playoffs?
I think it'll carry over pretty naturally as I'm just riding good and everything's going pretty good. So, I mean, it's just you go race, right? So it's not like you go, all right, now I'm going to try this and I'm going to try hard now or whatever. It's like you just go out and do your best. So it'll be good. We got a little bit of testing done on SMX. So going into it each year a little more prepared than the prior. So it should be good.
Andrea Ruggiero with Moto Now again. Jet, you had a pretty big lead last lap. At what point did you start celebrating the championship?
Once I went over the line, you never celebrate before the finish line. I've seen videos of it ending bad for them people for celebrating before the finish line. So I try to always wait till I'm over the finish line, then we celebrate, because I don't want to get bad karma and start celebrating and tuck the front on the most easiest turn.
As we mentioned to the 250 class, this was a very dry time leading up to it up here. And a couple weeks ago when they had a Loretta's qualifier, a lot of the topsoil got washed away. So we're seeing a very different Unadilla than years past. For the three of you guys, can you take me through it? Eli, you have about a dozen races of experience, and then you boys have a good handful. So starting with Hunter, then Jet, Eli, how was the track today compared to other Unadillas?
It was different. It was definitely unique. First practice, I think everyone was kind of surprised. The ruts were, well, one rut per corner, which is very un-Unadilla-like. I think, been pretty dry up here, and maybe they were expecting the rain that came last night just a town over and didn't hit here. So, it was different, very different for sure. Normally it's really heavy and stuff, but there was a lot of dry, skatey. I mean, the dust, obviously, everyone can see, so it was definitely different.
Yeah, like Hunter said, I think they were expecting rain, so and they didn't really rip it deep, I felt like, as normal. So it was more just chicken scratch kind of plowing and stuff like that, which it kind of was a bit sucky at the beginning because the middle was really wet from them watering, so we're kind of stuck to far right and far left of the track. But I can never say Unadilla has been a lot funner the previous years, just because these conditions are so harsh on your body with the edges and stuff like that, especially on your back for the next day. But yeah, I think I wish it's more like typical Unadilla when they rip it deep, because that's fun. I feel like that creates great racing and stuff like that. But we'll still take it to get different condition from the rest of the tracks.
For me, I didn't mind like a different surface. I think of like looking back at like two-stroke days and stuff, like the RC Stew days, it was even drier, and there's like it's a different style. So in the morning, I think they were behind. There's probably should have been more water early, and then like Jet was saying, like the middle of the track was muddy, and then it was stuck to the edges. But overall, I mean, I kind of like the hard pack stuff, so maybe they were just a little late on the water. But not having the super corduroy ruts for me was kind of nice.
For all three of you, when you two moved to the 450 class, Eli, you missed a lot of time, and I don't think you even really got to interact much. We have these little exchanges in the press conference, the podium. I feel like you guys have been very respectful, even though you're battling every week. And sometimes it goes the opposite way. As the more you battle, the worse it gets. It almost went the opposite. Could all three of you talk about the respect the brothers you have shown for Eli, and Eli, how they've treated you? Because it seems like you've all been very respectful. I'll start with you, Eli, in these interactions that you do get.
Well, it all starts with the racetrack, and it's of course we're competitors, we're racing hard, but there's certain people that you're comfortable to race around, and these guys are totally respectful, and it's been fun racing. So of course I want to try to beat them a little bit more, but in the big picture, it's just good, respectful racing, and it's been fun.
Yeah, Jet and Hunter, talk about that, because we've seen you guys, but when the press conference starts, you guys all seem pretty friendly.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, we all train towards the same thing, so it's like creating enemies in the wrong way is just not called for, you know. We all race at the same time, and I know personally, I try to show the respect to Eli on the track and race clean, because I get more excitement of, okay, getting close, but still knowing it's safe, that I'm not going to go clean his front wheel out, do something stupid, you know, because that's, in my mind, that's just lazy way of riding. When you go take someone out, you hit them, they're down, you don't deal with them after because they already crashed. So it's like, I find racing's more fun for me when you pass them clean, you're going back and forth, you're using racecraft and getting crafty with things and stuff like that. And I think us showing the respect to Eli and other riders, that this kind of creates better racing, I feel like, because otherwise if you create enemies, it's just like not as fun. You don't like talking to that person, it's awkward. I mean, I feel like our family's a very fun, happy family. We treat everyone the same, whether you're a competitor or not. We give you the respect that you're due, and we obviously hope we get it back as well.
Hunter?
Yeah, there's no animosity to any of my competitors, and to race with a legend like Eli. And there's bunch of other legends in the class, and it's just all of us have pretty similar interests outside of the sport, and if we didn't race each other, you'd probably get along anyway. So why should the fact that you race each other interfere with that. You know, we've been doing it long enough that it's our job, and we're professional on and off the track. Like Eli was saying, you know, we're not going to do any bonehead moves intentionally to hurt someone or anything like that. We're racing each other for a long period of time and many years to come. So let's just be respectful, and it's good. And it's good. It's cool, man. But like I said, we have common interests outside of the sport, so it's cool.
Maybe you'll hang out away from the track someday. Maybe we're headed that direction.
He was going to give me some what they call the Scottish Highland cows. He was telling me about that. He's like, I'm gonna throw some your way. Like,
it's cool, Michael.
Mitch again from Racer X. This one's for Hunter. Obviously, we know you and Jet race each other hard, but you're not going to take each other out. And you guys always say, if there's one person I want him to beat me, it's the other brother. Talk me through that second moto. Early, it looked like you were pushing it. How hard were you pushing it? Again, we know you weren't going to take him out, but you weren't going to let him have it easily, right?
I was second guessing that a couple times.
Yeah, I wanted him to second guess it at times too. I was like, keep those champagne bottles in the box. This ain't happening today. I gave it my all, and when the 5-second board turned sideways, he started pumping himself up, and I'm like, all right, later, boy. And then left him on the start because he wasn't ready, and then the second turn, I thought it was Eli around my outside and tried, then it was the red bike, and I was like, how the hell did he get... He was not focused on the line, but yeah, I tried. I gave it my all in those, opening laps and stuff. Put up a good fight. Obviously, yeah, not doing anything stupid, but no, I gave it a good crack.
Did you guys actually make contact in one of the turns? I couldn't tell. Was it the bottom of the screw you? Did you guys look like you just...
No,
you looked like you were really close to it.
It was close, but no, I didn't. I could have sent him into the water in Truck Creek, but I didn't.
Nice, good job, guys.
We'll wrap it up with this. Jet, you've won quite a few titles at this point, and I remember watching you win the first 251s, all the excitement and the emotion that you displayed in the moment. Through the last little bit, as it's become kind of business as usual, you're very even keel through it, and I know you're happy about it, but when does it really sink in, and when do you really get to process what you've just done?
Yeah, when that bonus hits. No, it's I know. I think the more and more I've won and stuff like that, I've kind of liked the grind and like the training process of kind of in between each racing and cycling and make sure I'm ready for that next race weekend and learning. I feel like winning the championship, I'm not saying it's terrible, like it's great. I'm super pumped that I won the championship, but kind of like your body, once it gets the job that you're mainly trying to get, once you get that done, it's like your body kind of goes into relaxation. I've never felt like after I was tired as I've never felt at any other rounds, cause it's like, job done, so it's cool. I'm definitely grateful for more so the team behind me, that has helped me with obviously Hunter training with him every day, HRC, Honda, also Red Bull backing me, Alpine Star, 100%, Santos Studio, Jackson Chains, this everyone who supports me and doing what I love and letting me do what I love each weekend, I think is what really drives me the most. I think that's what makes the championship specials are the moments during the race, during the season, building into that championship. I think is what I enjoy more than just winning the championship on the day.
All right, congratulations to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 450 podium for the Unadilla National. Eli Tomac, Hunter Lawrence, and new 450 champion, Jet Lawrence.
Congrats, man.